Morning. How we doing? Yep, I'm pretty good, thanks. Thanks for asking. So yeah, today I was in the mall and I was just paying a few bills. And in fact, that's a lie. I was just putting some money into my account, basically, to pay some bills in the future. But while I was there in the mall, I thought, well, let's, have a look around and let's stop off at, speaking of stop, GameStop. Notoriously rubbish, quite frankly. Their service is usually pretty bad. They always make a mistake, and they've done it again this time. Their price is usually rubbish, like I say, but now and again you can find some bargains. But in my experiences, much like the ones I've picked up, the only bargains you ever really find are on the cheap games, the older cheap games, and that is what I've bought here. I've got 5 in total. Don't be thinking they're great, because like I said, they're not. They're old, they've been knocking around a while, but I was interested in getting them. There's a couple which were, one which I've just taken a punt on, it might be rubbish, just because it was cheap. There was another one which I don't know anything at all about it, but I looked at something on the box which I'll show you in a second, and it looks sort of interesting as a result. And the other 3 I kind of did want to pick up, but they are cheap and they are cheerful, so don't expect any new releases. Now altogether these cost, like I said, there's 5 of them altogether, they cost just over $25 for all 5. Now $25 being around about £16. So I think that's a pretty good total really, good value for money. So let's start off with the game which I haven't heard of before, but it's called Stormrise, by the way. Now ignore that price on the front, which is $7.99. I didn't pay $7.99 for it. But what made me get this, hang on, let me just show you at the back, if you can work it out. It just looks like a first-person shooter, in similar vein to Haze, if anyone's played that, which actually wasn't very good, or isn't very good. But, yeah, I think it came out, when did Haze come out? 2006, maybe 2007? It was an early title. And this one is 2008, so hopefully it's a little bit better. But I don't think it's going to be too good, because it obviously didn't make much, at least to my knowledge, much of a splash, if you like, much of an impression on the gaming world. But I was just looking at it, never heard of it, and it was $4, so like I say, ignore that $7.99. And for $4, I thought I'd take a punt on it, and I looked at the bottom there, and it was Sega, or is made by Sega, and I thought, well, it's bound to be good. Probably means it's rubbish, but I thought, yeah, let's give it a try as a result of that, and for $4. I mean, come on, $4 again, around about £2.20, so absolute bargain. Now the next one up is one which, this is funny in a way, because it looks rubbish, so in a way I'm buying something for the sake of it, but it was $4 again, and I thought, for the sake of it, it's another one to add to the collection at a very, very cheap price. But it is funny, because the other day I added this one into my Amazon basket online, and I don't know if anyone else ever does this, but I'm notorious for this. I will go onto like Amazon, I'll just add like 50 items into my basket, and then I'll go to like the checkout, realise the price, and then start to delete all the games, and before you know it, there's like 2 in there, because I was just being greedy. And this actually was one that I did add to my virtual basket on Amazon yesterday night. I think you saw it there. I'll show you it anyway. It's called Hellboy, what's it called? Hellboy the Science of Evil. But it was $7.99 on Amazon. I thought that was a decent price. And to get it for 24 hours later, I'm really pleased, even if it's rubbish. And especially if it's rubbish, because I've ended up saving a few dollars there. Or $3.50, I guess. Or $2.50. Hang on, how much was it? $7.99? I can't remember, I'm losing the plot. But whatever it was, I've saved $2 or $3 from what it was on Amazon. And I could be mistaken here, but wasn't the singer, or was it the drummer, Matt or Luke Goss from Bros in the late 80s, early 90s, one of them's gone into acting, I can't remember which one, and I'm sure he was Hellboy in the movie. I'm sure he was. But anyways, I've very much taken a punt on this, much like Stormrise actually, but at least Stormrise looks relatively interesting. That, I don't know, man, I think that was just a little bit of an impulse buy, $4, and I thought, let's get it. Now, next up on the list is a game which I obviously haven't got, but it kind of transpires I have. I'll show you what I mean. Now, for anyone who's aware of GameStop in the States, and I'm sure maybe Game might be the same in the UK, or Game Station maybe, I'm not certain, but GameStop are terrible for this. They will always get something wrong. It could be something as simple as putting it in a wrong case, or they could give you the Platinum Hits version, or the Greatest Hits, when you just didn't take that one up there. They will always do something, that'll just annoy you. And this one's no exception. Now, this was, again, around about $3.50, so a cheap price, and you can't argue. And it's Rock Band 2. Now, I've had these before, but just, buying them back again at really cheap prices. And I'm glad I'm doing this, actually, because, when this come out, I'd have been stupid enough to pay $40, $50 for this. So to get it now for $3.50, it just shows you might as well just wait. Unless you're really going to play it a lot and you're desperate to play it, and you're going to spend a lot of time with it maybe online, then that's fine. You know, release day purchases, not a problem. But if you can wait, then definitely do. So yeah, I was pleased to get it. $3.50. Opened it up. Instructions, nice. And the original Rock Band disc. Thank you very much. So I'm now going to take that back to swap it for Rock Band 2. They always cock it up. Always do something wrong. So but that aside, I'm still pleased to, ultimately I will get it, you know, for $3.50. Now, the next PS3 game that I've got is, again, like they all are, a bit of a cheap and cheerful game. It says $12.99 on the price tag, but I didn't pay $12.99 for it. And it's a first-person shooter, but one which looks kind of interesting. I can't really describe it. It's like almost like you get like a point system, depending on how you shoot the enemies, which looks interesting. Now, I have seen gameplay videos in the past of this. I don't think from anyone I'm subscribed to. I stand corrected on that, but I just think it was kind of random people. And I thought, you know, when I saw it, I thought I'd give it a try. And it's not very expensive online, but funnily enough, once again, just like Amazon with that Hellboy game, this was around about, I think, $8.99. So just to wait 24 hours later and get it for, how much was this? Well, it says $12.99, it wasn't $12.99. Again, around about $4, $4.50. It's called The Club. And like I said, well, the guy at the front there, that one there, looks like E.T. What the bloody hell's going on there? It definitely isn't E.T., but it looks like him. I'd laugh if he's like a playable character. E.T., that'd be amazing. It just obviously isn't, but it'd be good if it was. And on the back, I know, obviously, you won't be able to tell what's going on there. But, yeah, if I were you, I'd check some gameplay out of The Club, because this isn't very expensive. Well, like I say, $4, $4.50, whatever it was. And once again, ignore that stupid price. Wasn't $12.99. Just want to show you E.T. again, basically. There he is. So, yeah, if you can pick it up, I really do suggest you may want to look into getting it. Now, what I may do with this is put some gameplay video up, but I'm always cautious of doing footage for modern-day games, current-gen games, because I haven't got a high-definition capture card. It's just a standard capture card, so it might not look very good. You know, for playing stuff like the SNES or the ST that I've got, or the Saturn, I guess, anything like that, that's great, but modern games even don't look particularly great. And I've done it before with Call of Duty, I've done a gameplay for Blur, and it didn't look great. It didn't look awful, but not as good as, obviously, if it was HD. So I might put it up, I might not, we'll see. And then last but not least, I've got a game for the Xbox 360, which I can't believe I'm saying, because I've gone completely cold on the 360, but just lately, I've really thought about getting a 360 back, to the point of I am going to get a 360 console back. Now, some people may or may not be aware that around about October time, I can't recall exactly, but I had my 360. I had it for 2.5 years, or there or thereabouts, and it just started to have a few problems, like the motor would make a strange noise, the game would occasionally freeze up, whatever game I was on, and it was just starting to show its age a little bit, because it was, you know, having heavy use. And I sold it, not because I was trying to, like, fleece someone to sell them a dodgy console. I mean, it worked, but it was just, every now and again, just starting to show its age. But, I thought I'd best get rid of it, and I've got the PS3. Do I really need both? And the answer is yes, I do. I've decided I really do miss the 360. So I'm going to get one again. I'm going to buy one again. I've been looking on Amazon. I've been looking on eBay. I looked at GameStop today, but didn't really fancy picking one up today. The one I'm kind of looking at is the Modern Warfare 3 console, because it just looks different. Now, I'm not usually one to get these kind of gimmicky sort of consoles like the Resident Evil one, which is in like red and whatever. I don't really like them kind of things. But there's something about the Modern Warfare 3 one. I think, for a start, it comes with a bigger hard drive, and it comes with 2 wireless controls and little extra perks like that, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I might get that. And when you press the button, this is really gimmicky, but when you press the button, like the eject button, it makes like a noise from Modern Warfare 3, and the power on and off as well. It's kind of clever, although it might, you know, grate eventually if you keep doing it all the time. So yeah, I'm looking at the Modern Warfare 3 console at the moment, but I might just end up getting a standard one. But I'm definitely going to get one soon, so that'll be on a pickups video. So anyway, as a result, I want to start picking up 360 games again. Probably going to stick to exclusives, to be honest with you, unless it's something like a Call of Duty, you know, which I do play on kind of cross-platform, and Battlefield 3, which I did start to play a lot of when it first came out on my old 360. So I may pick that up. I guess basically what it might come down to is games which I know I'm going to play online a lot, and I've said this before, but games that I know I'm going to play online a lot, I'll probably pick up on the 360. Probably, possibly, maybe, definitely maybe. Oasis reference there. But I might not, we'll see. Anyway, enough of the suspense. I'll deal with that as and when, and it'll be on a pickup video in the future. Maybe even tomorrow. But yeah, within the next month, I reckon. But the game that I've picked up, and it was $8, so again, ignore the price on here, is Halo 3 ODST. Now, I know this has come in for a lot of mixed reviews and mixed reception, really, but I don't know, I'm a fan of Halo 3, I thought it was good. I thought Halo Reach was really good, that's another one I'm going to get back. And I guess this is just in the middle of the two, so what can go wrong? It looks the same on the back, so I think I'm going to really enjoy this. And again, it comes complete, manual, 2 discs, which surprises me because usually they'd leave one out in GameStop. But multiplayer and campaign discs there. So yeah, really pleased to get that, and I'm really getting the 360 vibe back again. And I don't want anyone to be disappointed, like, especially if you're retro fans thinking, oh, I thought you were getting back into retro. You've got your SNES, you've got your ST, got your Saturn, you've got whatever else. But, I think there's room for more. I do love my current gen games. I don't think, I've touched upon this before, of course, I don't think I'm going to buy the next generation or even subsequent ones after that. I think I've reached my limit now. The 360 and the PS3, I think that's it with me. I'll keep picking these up for the next 50 years. I'm happy to do that. But PS4, PS24, I'm not really interested. Never say never, obviously, but I don't think I'm going to be interested. But yeah, for me personally, I've really rediscovered my love of the Atari ST. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm just looking online at gameplays and auctions on ebay.co.uk all the time and trying to find a bargain. So I'm really into it. I do love the SNES, of course. It's a great console. So I've not, I'm not gone back on my word. I am loving the retro stuff and I'm there to stay permanently. But I also think, that for me, again, me personally, I do love the PS3 and the 360, so I can embrace all of it, really. But anyway, so that's my 5 pickups, and I'm now going to show you the sides, because you love to see them. There you go. You never know, it might be different in the UK or anywhere else where you're watching. It might have different box art and stuff. So that's that. And there's Halo 3 ODST. That was pointless. So 5 games, just over $25, and I think it's really good price, quite frankly. I know they're not grade A titles, they're not great titles, but they're ones which I'm personally quite pleased to add to the collection. So, thank you for watching. Bye for now.